Got a pretty interesting unboxing today. These are the Softstar's. This is a brand that we almost worked with last year, but I don't remember why we didn't end up doing it. I think the barefoot stuff just gets so few views that it didn't end up happening. But I really like their boots that we almost reviewed. And it's been a year or so since their last one, and they've updated some stuff. And since we have the African Troopers collaboration coming out, I want to show some of the other options out there. Because the goal is not to only show our collaborations. The collaborations are just a side part of what we do that help fund the channel. It allows us to work with really cool brands, learn about how boots and shoes are made, the design process, what decisions are made during the design process. Because it helps me round out my information and education when it comes to footwear. And it's not to push out these smaller brands, and it's not to try to capture the market and only be the only one selling certain things. And so I wanted to highlight some of the other, not just brands that are making stuff like this, but some of the other small brands, because small brands seems to be the only guys that are making like really high quality stuff these days, because most of the big brands that you work with, the really, really big brands, are just pumping out tons of garbage. And being a small business owner, I like highlighting other small businesses, even if they compete against the collaboration that we do, because like I said, that's not the point of the collaborations. If you didn't know, our Labor Day sale, 25% off the whole site, launched today, and it ends at midnight tonight, Mountain Time. 25% off all the products, everything from our boot accessories like the boot breakers, our kilties, to our photography gear with our full bandit harness to hold 2 cameras. You can even hold 3 with the 3rd camera attachment. Our Lone Bandit that you saw on Twisters, our hand-sewn wallets, everything's handmade here in the shop. You know, we don't have things made anywhere else. It's all done right here in the shop. We're gonna have a shop tour coming out pretty soon so you guys can see the whole setup. And it's awesome. It's my most favorite thing to do. I love designing products. I like making products. My whole goal in life is just to have as many cool tools and equipment as possible to make whatever I want. And so I appreciate you guys supporting our handmade goods because I love it so much. It funds the channel. We make, in my opinion, some of the best handmade leather goods that you can buy. So be sure you get your order in before midnight Mountain Time, because it's all 25% off the whole site. And thank you guys for supporting these, and check out the links below. And thanks to Anvil for sponsoring this video. Who is Softstar? Well, they're a pretty small barefoot style boot company. Softstar shoes, strong from the ground up. What does Softstar do? We make minimal shoes for happy, healthy feet. Every one of our shoes is handcrafted in the USA in our workshop in Oregon. Once again, how do you not promote a nice handmade Oregon company making some barefoot stuff? That's pretty cool. I forgot that they're all handmade in the US. Shout out to Softstar. We work hard to make Softstar a socially and environmentally responsible company, as well as giving a good experience to both our employees and our customers. Our core values: share the handcrafted experience with our customers. 2, walk lightly on earth. And 3, make our workshop a wonderful place to work. That's pretty cool. And when I hear this kind of stuff from big companies, I'm like, sure, yeah, okay. But smaller brands that are actually doing it, I do believe them. You know, it's cool to see, even on their website, all the people that work for them. And so, how do you not like that? And the crazy thing about these barefoot shoes is they ride such a parallel line to like the eco-friendly stuff. Like all these brands are very, very eco-friendly and sustainable, and it's cool to see, especially in a world where all these giant corporations that are making shoes and having them made overseas in these horrible factories, and they're just polluting more than you could ever imagine. It's cool to see some of these small companies that are making less money still trying to hold up some of those values, even if it means they don't use as much leather. Because that's where, for me, I'm like, come on, leather's sustainable. It's cool. And I think they do use leather, but like Hinza, like that brand that we just did an unboxing and maybe review of. I don't know which order these are coming out. And I'm like, come on, throw me some leather in there. But that's not what they do. So let's see what we got here. So we got, looks like 1 package. What am I unboxing it with? I'll unbox it with a different knife this time because I just recorded a different one. So I'm dual wielding knives to show you some of the other ones. This is that little Demco knife that they sent us. Little smoky scales, nice and lightweight. Put a link to that if you want one of these in the description. Okay, got my order summary. Looks like we've got 2 boots. We got, both are the switchback boots. Retail for $245, not bad for a made in USA boot. We got all leather oak. That's what I'm talking about for the color. And then we've got one that's super fabric slate. So there is some leather in here. I'm happy. So I just stacked them up. Let's do these ones first. I always got to appreciate some good packaging, even if they're not in an actual shoebox. Yeah, these are cool. Yeah, they're about as wide foot as you get. Like, these look kind of ridiculous, but I like the fact that they're using this fabric, because what this fabric is, as far as I understand, is like it's a heavier fabric, and then they basically screen print these dots on top of it, so you have this almost like crocodile scale on top. Like, you can hear those little scales on top. I think it's a really cool way and a smart way to get the flexibility of fabric, but some of the durability and strength of the leather. You can see, even though this isn't, it isn't all this material. Like, it has actual leather on the toe and around the heel stay, through the laces and the eyelets and stuff. And nice Vibram outsole. And then you can see on the inside, it's got this wool lining. Let's see what these are. So this super fabric, when we say this material is virtually indestructible, we mean it. Both the slate and sandstone versions of the super fabric upper are innovative material designed in the USA for ballistic products. Performance is enhanced through the configuration of tiny armored plates that provide resistance to a variety of harsh elements. An unenvironmentally friendly, solvent-free curing method is used to make this material. No water or phthalates are used, and no VOCs are produced during the process. And some of the features are quick drying, breathable, ultralight, antibacterial, abrasion resistant, puncture resistant, easy to clean, handmade in the USA. We'll see how puncture resistant and all that is, because we'll run the test on these when we cut these in half. But I'm curious what this lining is. Oh, it's a merino wool, nice. Mega grip outsole. And it looks like a layer of foam underneath your foot, which I like. Some of these barefoot shoes that have zero padding, I get how some people just don't. I kind of get why some people don't want any padding at all, but I just need it. I'm not at the point of my life where I'm gonna be exercising my feet for an hour a day just so that I don't have to wear padding. I'll just wear padding. And so I like that these have, let's see how thick this padding is. About 6 millimeters. Outsole's around 6 millimeters as well. Okay, so I like this. You know, obviously they're very, very barefoot. There's no way around that. Like, these look about as barefoot as you get. You know, they definitely have that really big, like, mittens for your feet look to them. Oh wait, I gotta undo the other ones. I'm excited to try these on. And let's see their all leather version. We'll kind of go over the leather quality. Ooh, I do like those. It's a nice looking color. Because it's a heavily tumbled leather, and it looks like it's fairly thick. It looks like it's around 2 millimeters. But it's almost like a sneaker leather. It's very soft and malleable. You can see it has a pretty heavy top coat of pigment on top. So we'll see what the real quality is when we get them cut in half, but at least they got an all leather one, you know, but also this is pretty cool material. I don't know if they've invented this or this is another material, because I've never seen that before. I thought for sure I'd be all about the leather ones, but after seeing this material in hand, I'm kind of like, that's kind of some space age, barefoot caveman stuff going on here. Because these to me, that's kind of what they look like. It's like if you took a caveman into the future and they're like, wait, he doesn't fit into our space boots. What do we give him? I'll make him like some mittens for his feet with this space age technology. That's kind of what these remind me of. I think it's cool. I think the material is really cool. The patterning is really interesting. You got like the crosses and going. So it's not going to be everyone's style because it's very untraditional for like most patterns of boots, but it is quite unique. Now, let's try them on. That's really what I want to do. So I want to feel these underfoot. Because a lot of these other boot companies that do these, like I said, are too thin for me. I just don't like the feel. And as for sizing, I've got a size 10 and a size 10. So I'm a 10 on the Brannock. Let's see how these fit. Also comes with a wool insole with some pour-on style like memory foam underneath. And then I think you're just standing on top of the foam midsole underneath of that. There's a little glue patch in there, but I just pulled it out. So it's semi-removable. I was wearing the Redbacks today. They're one of my go-to boots just when I'm popping around the shop because we're doing the Bear Slayer stuff right now. So I'm recording this a few weeks ago. And I just always end up going back to the redbacks. They're just comfortable, good arch support, nice squish underfoot. Let's see how these Sofstars fit now. Ooh, too small for me. I should have gone up. They actually fit my width really good though. Because they're shorter, that width is not as bad as it looks before you put them on. This is a nice little boot. I like this one. I should have gone up a size though. Those aren't bad. Now that I have them on foot, they're not as bad as I thought. Obviously, if I go up another size, they're gonna be baggier because I clearly need to go up a size. My toe's right there. I need a little extra room, so I should have gone up to an 11 because I think they only do full sizes. Let me double check. And they have regular and wide width. Yeah, so I should have gone with at least an 11 unisex. So 10 on the Brannock, should have got an 11 unisex. Unless you like your toes right to the end, but that kind of defeats the purpose of the barefoot thing. They still have a little bit of an orthopedic kind of look to them, but I kind of like them. They've grown on me quite a bit, especially after putting them on. So we're gonna cut these things in half pretty soon and give it a review. So be on the lookout for that on the main channel. And thank you for supporting these videos. It's a cool way to be able to show you guys some other options, some other aspects of boots and shoes we don't get to. It helps me figure out what we want to review. Helps me show more of the other versions of some of the collaborations that we're working on and highlight some of these small brands that are doing really cool stuff with real meaning and trying to make a real difference in a completely unique way. I guarantee you've never seen a boot quite like this before. I haven't. So check out Softstar in links below. Be on the lookout for the cut in half video. Check out the knives, whichever one I unboxed these ones with, in the description. And thank you guys for supporting this channel, the main channel, the collaborations, the handmade leather goods. It's what makes all this possible so that we can actually just destroy brand new stuff week in and week out to show you exactly what you're spending your hard-earned money on, which of these brands you want to work with, or which of these brands you might want to support, which ones you might not want to support, who's telling the truth, who's not. And I like doing it, so thank you guys. See ya.